So, you remember how 3 days ago we talked about all the different eras of the history of SRC Madman and HRG Madgirl? Well, yeah, if you remember, if you remember, there's an old one, an OG one, and a new one. Well, now, as you can see, I've actually changed the names of every era. So the old era is now called the Paleoparaphront. The OG era is now called the Chrysoparaphront, and the new era is now called the Neoparaphront. And if you consider that an era, the pre-SRC Madman and HRG Madgirl era is now called the Preparaphront. But that's not all I want to show you. In fact, I want to show you guys two new eras. Well, they aren't really eras. So yeah, two new periods of times that I've given names to. They're not eras, but yeah, I've given them names, and I'm gonna show them to you right now. So as you can see, these two eras aren't even numbered. So yeah, that's why they're totally not eras. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get started with the Mesoparaphront. So the Mesoparaphront is supposed to indicate the period. So yeah, in case you didn't notice, in between the Paleoparaphront and the Chrysoparaphront, there is a 3-day gap, because as you can see, the Paleoparaphront ends on August 4th, and on August 4th, 2021, and the Chrysoparaphront begins on August 7th. So that leaves a 3-day gap. So if you're talking about a day in that 3-day gap, in what period of time would it be? What would the period of time be called? So yeah, the Mesoparaphront has no other purpose but to indicate the period of time between the end of the Paleoparaphront and the beginning of the Chrysoparaphront. So yeah, I guess if this were an actual era, I guess this could be a number 1.5. It would. So yeah, I guess this would be era 1.5, but it's not an era, considering it's also very short. So yeah, the Mesoparaphront takes place after the end of the Paleoparaphront, but before the beginning of the Chrysoparaphront. Alright, so now for the other secret era, if you consider it an era. This one is called the Fantaparaphront. So yeah, the Fantaparaphront begins on July 20th, 1985. And from July 20th, 1985 to now. So this is supposed to be the mythological this is the mythological era of the She Squad, because the mythological year for the beginning of the She Squad is 1985. So that's why it's called the Fantaparaphront. The Fantaparaphront begins on July 20th, 1985, because fantastically, the She Squad began on July 20th of 1985. So yeah, that's why it's called the Fantaparaphront, because it's fake. It's not real, considering I wasn't even alive in 1985. So yeah, that's why it's called the Fantaparaphront, because it's the fantastic era of the She Squad, which is supposed to be all one. So it's not even real. So yeah, the Fantaparaphront is, and it begins in the day where, because like I said, the fantastic year for the beginning of the She Squad is 1985. The exact date is July 20th, 1985, where me, SRC Madman, interviewed HRG Madgirl, Elmer, and Edward, and they joined the squad. So yeah. If you remember She from the Chrysoparaphront, yeah, you should know what the Fantaparaphront is about. So yeah. But there you have it, guys. So this video was to show you guys the new names of all the eras, and also 2 new secret eras that aren't really eras. So yeah, Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video when it comes out. Bye!